Good morning. It is 10:20 a.m. on Monday, November 4th, 2019. I'm Christiana Ellis and I let myself sleep in after that weekend. This is 5 more minutes. So, Extra Life weekend, as far as I'm concerned, was an enormous success. My throat is wrecked. I'm very tired. Kind of a headache, but it all worth it. As you can see by the little widget I've put on the screen right now, we ended up raising $1,063 to benefit children's hospitals, specifically Boston Children's Hospital. We got to 1,045 by the end of the day yesterday, but then another one came in overnight, which just goes to show you can actually still contribute and keep that total raising if you go to that link. Although my part of it, um, I'll certainly be trying to wrap up and sending thank yous to everyone who donated. But today I made sure in advance to take off work because I know that as much enormous fun as I have running that game all weekend, it just wrecks me. It takes a lot out of me. I need to rest today. So that's the plan. But it was so much fun. I love doing this once a year. Um, it's a lot. So I think having it be a special once a year thing is maybe enough for something like this. But it was so fun, and I love all my players that we joined me for that epic ride. It required a lot of on the fly curating of the adventure to try to keep us on schedule, just because obviously it wasn't, designed like this is the perfect length of an adventure to run in exactly 24 hours. So I had to kind of try to trim and edit here and there, occasionally move the party along with, a strange metatextual voice from the sky tells you that you're spending a lot of time on something that isn't important. But we had a great time. It was an epic big finish that ended up on a surprisingly sweet note, and it was just so much fun. I'm just very pleased with how it all went. And yeah, just saying. Whew. But yeah, it's a lot of work, and it was just definitely a lot of mental energy expended and a lot of talking. So, but that's all good. That was what I took on. I'm not complaining. Not in the least. It was an enormous success. I'm very pleased with how it all went. You know, there's really something special about tabletop role playing games. Anyone who's watched me for a while knows that ever since getting into them, I'm way into them. I'm very enthusiastic about how fun they are and how much value they add to my life. And and a long ongoing campaign like I run with so many levels is provides its own joys, right? And it's like it's not constantly all the time, but it's this long, ongoing, epic thing. Like I've spent more time with those characters than probably any TV show that I've ever watched, any movie, certainly any book. Like it's the amount of time you spend with them. Like it's not all concentrated because sometimes you're spending an hour and a half resolving arcane rules of role playing mechanics, but you have these epic long shared stories where it is a team effort to share these stories. And then a big weekend like this one is just concentrated. And it's in many ways it's a little bit like going to a convention where it's just this big expenditure of energy, but you gain so much with it. It is this shared experience with the people who are playing, with the people who are watching and commenting in chat, and it's a highlight, right? It's not something you do every day. It's probably not something you could do every day. Certainly I couldn't. But boy, once in a while it's really special. Yeah. And so I'm very pleased with how it went. I talked a little bit, was that just yesterday, about how sometimes when you're nervous about something, you just if you can, you try to channel that energy into doing something that will help make the outcome better. Um, and so I kind of put a lot of preparation into it. It was something I worked really hard on, and I'm very pleased with the results. I am proud of myself, and I'm proud of all my players because I had, we had 9 people at the end, and not everyone was there the whole time, but a bunch of them were, and a bunch were there for a whole bunch of time, and just everybody coming together to tell this epic story at the end was very cool, and yeah, I love it, love it. So right now, those videos are still on demand at my Twitch channel, but I think they might only be viewable if you subscribe to my channel. Which, if you wanted to subscribe, I'm certainly not going to turn you away. But I am planning to export those videos to YouTube if you want to watch them, or if you missed parts of the adventure and you would like to check them out. The videos are ultimately going to be in 5 parts, so those are, of course, big long videos, and I'll get to that, but I'm not in a hurry to make myself do anything today much, so let me go ahead and sign off for now and get busy resting. So talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.